You are gonna want to watch this if you like DC becoming Marvel in true form. Hi, this is Shadowscape Pictures, and this is the review for Superman. Super Diaper Boy gets his butt beat by Ultra Clone Boy while balancing his life as a reporter and being a super wimp boy, while his nagging lover Lois Lane gives him more drama in his life as if he doesn't have enough already. Baldy Boy hates Superman and wants him to go bye-bye, turn it off forever. Super Diaper Boy fights off whatever Baldy throws at him with the help of Crypto the Looney Dog, Mr. Terrific, Bullcut Man, Hawk Lame, and Metamorpho. Oh, and Jimmy Olsen's sex life.
Anyway, how is your sex life?
First off, James Gunn was such a mistake for this film. What was anybody at Warner Brothers even thinking? The dude that made weird characters cool is now doing Superman? Why? Now, I was going into this film with open eyes, and I was a little bit skeptical of it. And my golly, was it complete trash. This is a Gen Z Superman, like I called it in the Superman trailer review I did. The music score is solid, and I think they could have put more of the theme throughout the film, but that song at the end was just really dumb. I wanted more of the Superman theme, not some trash song at the end. This isn't Guardians of the Galaxy James Gunn, and Hans Zimmer's Superman theme is so much better than whatever the hell we got in here. The cinematography doesn't even compare to even Man of Steel. It's night and day different, and it looks like Man of Steel put more effort into the cinematography than whatever the hell this is James Gunn. Just seems like, hey, let's use a bunch of wide angle lenses and that's about it. It just seems like one big high budget TV show. Even Superman and Lois had some decently good cinematography, but this is just James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy 2.0. It's exactly what he did with Suicide Squad, because it's the same cinematography and the same damn cinematographer. This film tells you James Gunn was the wrong guy to write and direct this film. Nobody told him that his first draft was not good, because damn, that's what this whole film is like, a first draft script. Starts out with Super Diaper Boy getting his ass beat. Why? Why not have him win a bunch, then get his ass beat finally? Show it, don't give us some lame ass text about it. This was a super wimpy boy drinking all the damn soy milk. Then he winds up in the Arctic from Metropolis. How? I just didn't get that at all. He just traveled for a bit after getting beat. I just was really confused as to how that happened. The engineer Girl Boss was, hey, I'll follow you too. And then he just crashes, I guess, or does he get punched, or what? It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Then Crypto, the untamed dog, goes wild on Diaper Boy. Of course, Gun Boy had to make this a damn comedy. A comedy I didn't really laugh at all. And I'm usually one of those people that laughs a lot. The part where Super Wimp gets out after healing from the sun, Baldy here is using Ultraman as a Mortal Kombat Street Fighter game in real life. I was like, boy, spam that A1 button. That was really just silly. I think it was from there on, I knew this film was not gonna be good. I kind of wish it was more developed between him and Super Diaper Boy than just rushing into the hating. Maybe something Super Diaper Boy does or almost kills him or something. I think that could have been a lot better fleshed out. Then we got Lois Lane. I didn't really like her that much. Her nagging the shit out of Super Diaper Boy and saying she's not great with relationships. Spoken like a true feminist. Also, what the fuck was she wearing? Her outfit was so dumb. And don't get me started with these costumes in this film, because they look like they're heading out to some Halloween party or some shit. Then you got this geopolitical crap between two countries, Baravia and Jarhana Poo-Poo, and honestly, who gives a shit? Just make each other go bye-bye, turn it off, and move on with the film. The Baravian president looking like damn Einstein, and turns out homie was working with Baldy Boy. The Pocket Universe crap was so dumb. This was just something Marvel would do. It was completely unnecessary to start exploring that in the first film. but since Gunn was doing it, it makes sense. This is a DC movie that has transformed into a Marvel film. Super Butt Boy saves a squirrel, and that's gotta be the dumbest shit I've ever seen in a film. Why? And what's gonna happen in the next movie? He's gonna start saving all the ants too? Like, what the fuck is this shit? And then the kaiju battle was a little bit cool and stuff, but really that's about it. Baldy distracts Super Diaper Boy. He heads to his Fortress of Solitude, opening that bitch up and taking whatever dirt he can on Super Wimp. He translates whatever message he had from his parents that got distorted to find out he should rule or some bullshit. Baldy releases the translation to the world and people get scared of Super Wimp, even though they shouldn't. Super Diaper Boy finds out and flies back to find his fortress trashed and Crypto is missing. Homie flies back like an emotional teenager who can't control his emotions to get Crypto back from Baldy, and he loses it. Yeah, and this guy is such a wimp ass. The soy is just oozing the hell off of him. He just keeps making himself look more and more weak. That's what I didn't really like. He needed to be more stoic and grounded, not this whiny ass baby. You want to look up to a character that's filled with hope and trying to do the right thing, but all I could do is look down at how terrible it was. Then you got Super Diaper Boy and Lois Girl Boss Lane chatting it up, and honestly, if I was Super Diaper Boy, I would just leave. I'd be like, nah, this chick is annoying as hell. I wouldn't need more drama on top of saving people. Diaper Boy turns himself into the government for Baldy to take him in to the lame-ass pocket universe to keep him captive. That's where he meets Metamorpho, the homie. Baldy goes wild and plays Russian roulette with some random mocha dude. I thought this scene was really cool, and it showed how Baldy didn't really give a shit about people and how it'd make Super Diaper Boy really helpless. I thought they were gonna go a little darker, and then you realize they were not. They introduced Bowl Cut Man, Hawk Lame, and Mr. Terrific in here. I thought they were okay. Honestly, this movie should have just been called Superman and Justice Gang, or Superman and Mr. Terrific, because that's really what it is. It really is not a solo Superman film by any means. It's got way too many characters that were really unnecessary. Hawk Lame was dumb as hell. She was absolutely useless. I wish they hired an actual sized human instead of a midget girl. Bowl Cut Man was okay, but I still think it was too early for all these characters to be established already. It felt too bloated for what it was. Maybe if it was 2 hours and a half, maybe, but then again, it was just too many characters. Plus, Mr. Terrific plays such a big role in this film as well. I do think he was one of the better characters in here, but again, was I watching a Superman and gang film or a Superman movie? Clearly, James Gunn loves playing around with 10 plus characters in every movie. Even Jimmy Olsen being a ladies' man, I'm like, okay, cool. But it didn't really serve a purpose until you realize that this blonde bimbo Eve loves Jimmy, and he basically uses her to get information about Baldy. Then you got Mr. Terrific and Lois investigating Super Diaper Boy's disappearance as he escapes his cage with Metamorpho, getting his baby, because James Gunn loves putting babies or small animals in all the films to take away the seriousness. I think that was just stupid. And of course, Crypto comes in and helps Diaper Boy get his diapers changed so he doesn't go bye-bye, turn it off. Baldy Boy wants to leave this pocket universe open, destroying Metropolis so he can get Super Wimp Boy's attention. It just seemed like James Gunn was very influenced by Marvel and just started marveling the shit out of it. He hits up Martha and Jonathan Kent's place where Super Wimp recovers, and my golly, were they such a degrade from Man of Steel. Kevin Costner and Diane Lane were great. These two, on the other hand, was like, what the fuck, James Gunn? We got the Kents from Wish.com or some shit. That was really fucking lame. Super Diaper Boy fights off Girl Boss Engineer and Ultra Clone Boy, He just seemed like such a wuss. Like, sure, he flew up to get rid of like the nanites, and then he flew down to really get rid of the nanites, and that was about it. Then you find out Ultra Clone Boy is the twin Diaper Boy, but it turns out he upgraded to underwear instead of keeping the diapers on. Baldy and Super Diaper Boy chat while fighting. A1, 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 please more A1s. Homie here spewing out A1s like it's a damn video game. Then Underwear Man gets hit by a bus and goes bye-bye, turn it off into a black hole, literally. Terrific Dude and Super Diaper Boy hit up Baldy as he has a temper tantrum where his plans don't go his way, and Crypto tosses Baldy like Hulk tossed Loki in the Avenger. I did laugh a little bit to that because it was clearly very similar, and of course Crypto the dog has to do it because he's the best character in this damn film, it seems. Then Super Diaper Boy gives a speech about being a better man, blah blah blah, whatever. It's always actions over words, homie. He's still mad that those damn monkeys were calling him super shit in the Pocket Universe, trolling the hell out of him on social media. He deserved all that criticism because this guy is a soy boy. I wasn't exactly a big fan of Baldy Boy as Lex. I thought he was okay at first, but then he just pretty well became a wimp by the end. Then you got to have Super Diaper Boy make out with Lois, and I'm like, bruh, come on. Might as well just have a damn sex scene while we're at it. You might as well just get it in, slip it in.
It's in. Oh my god, it's in.
Yeah. The crap gets resolved with the two shit countries from the help of the deep discount Justice League. And the funny thing is you had these kids in there and they're just trying to put up this flag for Superman, and it was in the middle of a war zone. I just thought that was so dumb. It just would not happen realistically. I get what James Gunn was trying to do, but I just like what? Just didn't make a whole lot of sense, in all honesty. It just felt very cartoony and just lame. Then Super Diaper Boy heads to the Fortress of Solitude and his super robots are good. Kara the super bitch comes in hungover at the end, and that was just dumb as hell. Why did we need that? Obviously for your next Supergirl movie that no one is gonna give a shit about. And of course Crypto is her dog, and Crypto just beats the shit out of her, and it's like everything's fine. And then she calls Super Butt Boy a bitch because, let's be honest, he is one. Then he's got the robots playing his childhood memories of Martha and Jonathan Kent and himself as a baby because it's soothing? What the fuck was this shit? Is he some kind of baby or something? It seems like he sure is, and that's why he has his diapers on. Then it ends with that trash song, Punk Rocker, and I just thought that was fucking gay. Then you got the post-credit scene, and it was just Super Diaper Boy complaining to Mr. Terrific Dude that he was not so terrific in fixing Metropolis. And that was just also really dumb. I don't know why the hell they did that. They're just some random scene they probably wanted to delete, and they're like, yeah, I think this is funny, and they put it in the film, and they're like, good to go. People will eat this shit up. There's honestly no point to waiting till the end of the credits. It's just stupid. Overall, I really wanted to like this film, but I can't see myself ever watching this film again. I'd probably give it a 4.5 to a 5 out of 10.
That is one big pile of shit.
Because it's that fucking trash. And honestly, it's a really big bummer because I do really like Superman. And for me, this is just a nail in the coffin for superhero films in general. And Man of Steel will always be cherished by me and by many others, but this ain't a Superman film for me, and it's really sad to say that. Gunn butchered Superman really bad. And he made it for these lame-ass Gen Zs. There's a lot more I could talk about with this film, but I just can't really see myself talking about it because it's made, it's done, and it's shit. This doesn't even reach a 6 out of 10. That's what I have a problem with. is it's not a very good film. It's like one of those one-watch movies, and you just throw away and you forget about it. It's nothing memorable at all. And that's really sad to say for a Superman film in 2025. Just the way it goes sometimes, but I was really looking forward to this DC film, and I don't trust anything James Gunn is gonna do for the rest of whatever the hell he's gonna do. Because everything is gonna be a goddamn comedy, it seems. He's gonna make everybody a comedian, just like Marvel, and we'll do the same thing again, and it'll be the same shit. That's the video, guys. If you guys like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me your thoughts on this Superman film, and if you liked it or you didn't. But all I can say is, I'm not impressed at all. And of course, if you didn't like this video, bye bye, turn it off!